Soon City, it's your city manager, Brett Prabula. Wanted to talk with you today about the current status of our discussions with California Forever. For anyone that may just be getting into this conversation right now, let me bring you back to how we got here. So we got here a year ago, and immediately we started talking with council about a resiliency plan. Sassoon has long struggled with revenue year after year. And so part of that was really looking to, with the council, to have a collective vision of how we're going to move forward to stop the roller coaster ride of every 5 to 6 years of issues and gain a more steady, resilient revenue base and community service levels. So we started by passing Measure S in November. Thank you, community. The second leg of that stool was going to be our infill economic development plan. We completed that, and we were able to see the results. And when we look at everything, we realize that it still is not enough to make us resilient into the future. And we're talking 10, 20, 30 years out. So instead of doing what government typically does, which is be reactive once you get to that point, we decided with the council to look at possibly expanding our borders. We brought that to them in January. They gave direction to go look into expanding. We went through a variety of processes, including with talking with stakeholders initially, a variety of groups, both pro and con. And we then sent out letters to interested parties. One of the largest ones is California Forever. Brought that back to council recently. Council said, yes, please go ahead and start negotiating a reimbursement agreement. And that's where we're at today. We're still in that process of negotiating a reimbursement agreement with California Forever. It's important to note, as we did this, we also entered into a MOU with City of Rio Vista. And really that's to create a partnership and approach and looking at regionalization with anything we do collectively with expanding both our borders, and really is good governance, in my opinion. And so as part of that, we had some pillars. And one of those pillars is economic vitality. And just so everyone knows in Sassoon City, that means economic vitality for what I'll refer to as the current Sassoon in the 30,000 residents, not just looking at an expanded Sassoon. Council has been very clear, any expansion has to collectively bring the value to the entire city. And so what we don't want to do is wait 10, 15 years out and then really have this brand new, shiny, piece that we would build. And then, we have the continued issues that we've all faced with lack of funding here in our current Sassoon. So the objective in any kind of reimbursement agreement like this at a project of this unprecedented, possibility is that we look at how we can help our current issues, current Sassoon, current investment in the community and from our partner, in this case, California Forever. And then how does that translate into the kind of the longer term investment in the expansion and other things we need, with still allowing that process and that growth to bring money, not just there, but also into this part of the city. So collectively, again, the city rises up and does well. And so that's the intent that we've been very, clear with California Forever. And we continue to do that in our discussions with all of you. So you're aware of kind of what our approach is in looking at this. Negotiations are always a give and take. And so I think this process will probably play out for a few more weeks. We hope to come to council towards the end of May. That's the goal that we're shooting for. But if it gets a little bit elongated past that, no worries. It just means we're still in conversations with them. Again, this is a big possibilities out there for what expansion could be for both us and Rio Vista. And so sometimes it just takes some time to work through some of the pieces of the details. With that, hopefully we'll have another update in the next couple of weeks on where we're at, and we'll continue to share that with the community. Thanks so much and have a great week.